Father, I come to you right now, Lord, thanking you for this day. Lord, thanking you for who you are in my life. I just believe in the power of prayer, and I'm just here to say I'm a living testimony of what God can do and what prayer can do. Back at the end of July, I had an elective procedure, and behind that procedure, maybe like a week later, I became really sick. And after about 3 days, I felt so bad, and I told my son that Saturday morning he was headed out to work, and I told him, I said, when you get off work, I think I'm gonna go to the emergency room because I feel so bad. When I got to the emergency room, they drew my labs, and I was actually in acute renal failure, dehydration, and I was real septic. My white count was 19,000, and the normal white count is 5 to 10,000. And the doctor came in, they consulted a surgeon, doctors came in, and he said, I need to admit you because I believe you're going to need IV antibiotics, and we need to get you in and, you know, see what's going on. So I was admitted that day, and I was in the hospital actually 7 days. And around the third day, after having IV antibiotics around the clock, some of the strongest antibiotics they had, my white count was moving, but it wasn't coming down. And I didn't tell very many people I was in the hospital. And that Tuesday, God spoke to me, and he said, you need people here to pray for you. You need to start reaching out to get believers in here. You need people that believe in the power of prayer. So I started communicating with some of my friends that's in my closest circle that I knew were believers, and I knew that could pray and believed in the power of prayer. I texted my son and I said, on your way to Bible study, pick me up. I just feel like I need to go to church. And in the midst of service, I just started praying and asking God to just heal my body. And I could feel God healing my body as I was standing there. I could just feel Him just healing me from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. And by the time I left, my fever was gone. And I got home and I got so sick on my stomach, and I just started praying and asking God, because I had been on so many antibiotics, my stomach was just messed up. And God told me, He said, that's the last time you'll be sick. And I asked God, I said, Lord, if you'll just take this fever away. I got home, I checked my temp, it was normal. God said, you can check your temp every 5 minutes. I can say that every time I check my temp since then, it's been normal. Even in my midst of discouragement and doubt, I kept praying, and God kept saying, I'm gonna heal your body, and you're gonna tell this story. And it's not about what you think, it's about what I can do. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, when I brought in people that started praying, I could just feel God anointing. I can just feel His anointing. And even though I was sick, I still believed, because I knew I had people that believed in the power of prayer. Lord, I thank you for even going through the storm, not just for me, but for someone else.